Hello everybody, nice to see you again. Today we're going to cook another Korean dish by Chef Mrs. Kim, 닭볶음탕. What Mrs. Kim is doing right here is actually boiling the chicken. She's not boiling it thoroughly, it's just to cleanse whatever that is dirty and for the excess fats to come out, and then she will pour out the water away. As you can see, the chicken, they are cut into chunks. It can even be bigger chunks. You can tell the people at the market to chop it up for you. Small chunks are also fine, and they will be they will be poured away the water. So she drains it and she will keep the chicken. Remember, do not overboil. Once the water is boiled, then you put in the chicken, and after that, when the water bubbles up again, you just pour away the water, draining it after rinsing with cool water to prevent the cooking process. In this recipe, actually vegetables and spices are very important, so let me just tell you what the vegetables are. These are carrots and white onions. Usually for traditional Korean dish, they use long green chili. If you can't get them, capsicums, green peppers are also good. These are potatoes. They have been soaked in water to prevent them from changing color or oxidizing. Besides chicken and vegetables, we have spices. And what do they include? They include the bokkeum, which is the Korean chili paste, garlic, chili flakes, sugar, soy sauce, Korean syrup, and black pepper. Heat the water with oil, and after the chicken has been drained, we pour it in to stir fry. Wow! It is not necessarily to fry to golden brown, but you must have at least a few minutes before you start boiling it. After stirring your paste mix, you blend it in right now into this pot of frying chicken. It may look very red, but it shouldn't be too spicy. Spiciness is actually very subjective for different people, as well as depends on how you define it. For some, even pepper or capsicums are already spicy, and it could be just aromatic, not really burning hot spicy as of chili hot. So the purpose of this frying, since we are not frying to golden brown, is actually to ensure that the water that was trapped inside the chicken during the initial boil has been completely dried up before we start stewing it. Now we are preparing some hot boiling water to be added into this stew. We add in the boiling water, rinsing out the bowl so we do not waste the spices being prepared. Wow, smells so good! For the root vegetables that we have prepared earlier and introduced earlier, we put in the onions first because they have a sweet flavor from the onions, and it will make the stew actually even more tasty. Oops, I realized there's some leek inside as well, so you can also put the leek in the beginning together with the onions. There's no fear that the vegetables will produce more water because these root vegetables don't produce much water inside, so it's alright to pour in the amount of water as to your liking, even from this stage. So with this method of stir frying before boiling, this is what we call a stew. We can call it jim or jorim in Korean. So it's a jorim-like dish, and it varies actually across the Korean peninsula. After about 15 minutes, Mrs. Kim is now adding in the rest of the vegetables. And it will just take about 15 minutes and it will be cooked. So we cover this dish and continue to stew for 15 minutes. So this is how it looks like after about 15 minutes. If you like your vegetables crunchy, this is it. If you like it softer for better digestion purposes, you can keep it a couple more minutes.
시청해주셔서 감사합니다.
Thanks for watching again. Bye bye.